What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Gakis, and today, yup, the camera's on, so it's time for another rant video. One of these days, Bungie will get a release right, and I won't have to make this, right? Right? But I guess today's not that day. Now, what's the topic? Ash and Iron. More like ass and iron, dude. What the heck is going on? I had to get that line out. It was pretty good. But seriously, the Ash and Iron launch has not gone well. The negativity I have seen is overwhelming. Like, if I go on Twitter right now, I scroll down, everyone's just mad. Like, no one's happy. Which sucks because, guess what? Less than an hour before Ash and Iron came out, the community was pretty positive. The Bungie developer livestream unveiling new content, specifically unveiling the Renegades expansion, the Star Wars themed expansion that is coming early December. People were looking at that going, hey, wait a minute, this looks pretty cool. I mean, there's like 3 locations. Like, there's a location on Mars, there's a location on Venus, and then on Europa as kind of Hoth, right? That's cool. There's an ATST that you're calling in as like ground support. There's ton of blaster weapons with a new reload mechanism that they work on heat sinks. There's what seems to be an exotic lightsaber, or the guy during the live stream said it feels truly exotic, so I'm taking that to indicate it's an exotic lightsaber that's going to be customizable with different parts. Think the Ergo Sum done right, where it doesn't take up all your vault space. Oh, awesome. And we learned about Ash and Iron. We learned that the exotic axe is indeed an exotic axe. It's not a relic. There is an honest to goodness exotic axe. The Iron Lord's axe is coming to the game as part of a brand new exotic mission. Festival of the Lost, when that arrives, it's going to be revamped. We have a new 6-player activity, right? With a ton of new weapons that actually look sick. We have a new Call to Arms event. We have Arms Week featuring shotguns with all new mods. All that sounds good. None of it's here. None of that is here. None of that is playable in the game right now. And that is the problem. And that's why I'm saying Ash and Iron launch sucks. I don't know if Ash and Iron sucks because there's actually a lot of content coming within the scope of Ash and Iron. Again, all those things I mentioned, the exotic mission and all that stuff, revamp festival, I guess maybe that's a little bit outside of Ash and Iron, but the Call to Arms event, there is stuff coming that I'm actually excited for, but it's not here. It's not playable today. I'm not loading it up because when I turned on Ash and Iron, the major update, not my words, Bungie's words. They called it a major update. When I turned on this major update, what did I find? Well, it's just another node in the portal, dude. It's just another node in the portal. If I click, there's an event going on called New Territories, Ash and Iron, I guess. And this is one of those, I'm going to get into this because it's causing so much confusion, right? New Territories event. I open it up, it's the event page, there's an event track, and then in the tiniest button on the left, I'm clicking play now, and then I see the Reclaim activity, right? There's also a random mission that takes place in the tower that's like, seems like an optional thing to click. It's not like it loads you into that immediately. You know, in previous expansions and previous seasons, you would start, you're loaded into the story mission immediately. Nope. With the portalification of the game, everything has to be clicked through the portal. So now you basically optionally out of order get this story mission. You go and talk to Devrim, who's like there's like a node where you load into the EDZ to talk to Devrim. What does Devrim have? The same thing you're going to see in the portal. Like, he's like the exact same event page. All right, thanks, Devrim. Okay, so yeah, I'm never going to talk to you again. This is an event built around Devrim. We're not talking to him other than that time it forces you. And all this is kind of to say that, I don't know, it just like, aside from changing the picture in the portal, there seems to be not a lot of fanfare. There seems to be like, I want to load in, you start, you're in the tower. It auto loads you into that first mission. You kind of get the story beats. Here's what's going on. You go to Devrim. Where are our seasonal vendors, bro? Why can't Devrim have the different rewards displayed at Devrim? You level up Devrim, you increase Devrim's Ash and Iron reputation, and then later on you have the ability to focus certain weapons or something. No. We can't have any of that. that stuff was, we did a great job with that. For the Nether, we did a great job with that. For all these other vendors, for 8 years of Destiny, that was a standard of like, you can invest in an activity, level up, have this vendor that will reward you for investing and mastering an activity. No, because it's in the portal. Can't have a vendor as a source of future loot because everything is through the portal now. It's all portal. All right, so then you load into the activity. You load into Reclaim. Honestly, I kind of have mixed feelings about Reclaim. I don't think it's the worst activity out there, but it is the only new activity that's like exclusively new to Ash and Iron, except not, I guess not really. It's, the confusion about what is going on and what actually comes with Ash and Iron is a huge part of it. I will get to that. I'm trying not to like break off into that because but it's so profoundly confusing. So Reclaim is kind of like Ash and Iron's signature activity, okay? It has 4 different activities in Reclaim, 4 different versions of Reclaim, except no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. All those different versions of Reclaim, or maybe it's 3, are just where you start. Because you go into an area, and this is the Plaguelands. You go into the Plaguelands. Oh, there's a little bit of Destiny 1 nostalgia. That's where the Archon's Forge took place. You can't go in it, but that's where the Archon's Forge used to be. This is where Sieve used to be. It's not here now, but this is where all the Sieve used to be, right? But now it's all gone. Everything's just snowy. Whatever. I guess we killed Sieve narratively, but there we go. We're back in the Plaguelands. You load into an area, and then you have a few objectives you have to do. It's very similar to the Nether in its structure, where it's like you're building up a bar, a completion bar. You get 1,000 points, then you go to the next zone, right? There's secret chests everywhere, except these chests drop nothing. Here's Glimmer and, you know, a special ammo crate. Now get out of here. Get lost, loser. That's all you're getting out of that chest, bro. That's all you're getting out of that chest. Whereas the Nether would have these secret chests that would actually give you weapons and had the chance to drop the masterwork version of those weapons, not the adept versions, but still, like, you had the chance to get some actually good weapons from Nether. Every single chest is the most deflating thing ever in this activity. You just, plus 15 towards your Schwumbus score. Okay, I don't care about my Schwumbus score, dude. Where's the loot? I opened a chest. I want loot. So and the whole thing is opening chests are like pointless because you get 450 points for doing an objective. So you just split your team up and do 2 objectives and then move to the next zone, right? Killing enemies also gives you those points, right? So just in the process of doing those 2 objectives, you're going to get 1,000 points. The secret chests are completely useless, dude. It's like, yeah, technically you can do 1 activity, and then if you luck out with like an HVT that gives you 100 points and find every other secret chest, then you can leave early. Except, is it really early? The time it takes you to find every single secret in the area is the same time it's going to take you to do another activity. So no one gives a crap about these secret hidden things all over. They're completely irrelevant to the activity, right? Whereas Nether, it's like you're getting loot, getting actual weapons and whatever else and relevant resources. These chests give you nothing but those Schwumbus points. Like, who gives a crap, dude? So you're going in, you're speedrunning 2 activities, and then you load to the next zone. But the next zone is just another reclamation zone. So it's like you have these 3 activities, and whoa, wait, there's 3 whole activities of reclaim. No, there isn't, because if I pick, you know, this one, and I beat I do the 2 objectives, I fill out the thing, I'm going to get into the ship and I'm going to load into this one and then load into this one. Or if I pick this one to start, I'm going to load into this one and then load it. Like, it's just 3 areas. Like, it's 1 activity that you can load into random areas. It's not actually like 3 different activities, and where you start has no bearing on the activity. It's not like it really matters. Now, yes, there's a few differences in bosses, and I actually will say there are some semi-complicated boss mechanics, you know, shooting things in the right order, doing a little bit of puzzle solving to unlock the second phase of the boss. I actually have no problem with that, but overall, it's just like, it's a fine activity. It's really, I mean, I really don't like how all the secret chests are like, you do not have to do them at all. Just do another activity. But aside from that, it's not the worst activity. There's some fun moments, like, but it's just kind of, It's not blowing me away. The Nether was fantastic. I really enjoyed the Nether, right? We've had some really good activities. This just isn't one of them. Okay, now it's not the worst, but when it's really the only new thing to do, there's a lot of pressure on it. And there's a lot of pressure on an average activity. It just doesn't feel good. But there's a problem with what I'm saying. And here's where we get into the confusion. It's not the only new thing. They also added a ton of stuff. Well, they added a ton of stuff to Pinnacle Ops. Like they added sections of dungeons you can now play in Pinnacle Ops, right? They added the like exploration or whatever expedition catch things from Season of Plunder in Fireteam Ops. There's other stuff to play that was added in with Ash and Iron. Now, again, they're not technically new, but there's more stuff to do. But then we have this new territories thing. Guys, that event homepage, I was streaming at the time. I had over a dozen people, dude, dozens, I will say, of people who were like, it's crazy that Reclaim disappears after a week. No, it doesn't, dude. The Reclamation activity is like here to stay for the rest of Ash and Iron. This event is called New Territories, and it's only the drops of the of this grenade launcher and the rocket launcher, and it's you only get them from doing Reclaim, and then this is like a breakaway event. What is going on, dude? None of this is explained very well at all. It's like there's an event inside an event inside of an event inside of an update inside of a what are we doing here, guys? Okay, so New Territories is just like a thing to highlight the new activity added to the game. Again, it's only these 2 weapon drops. This disappears, and then when it disappears in a week, you have Reclaim that's going to stay, but its rewards will not be unique. They're just going to be the same exact rewards that every other Fireteam Ops gets. And that's why you can see, I'm going to show in the background gameplay, you have, for the first day, the Mida mini tool is a featured reward in solo ops. So it's like these rewards are not even like Ash and Iron rewards. They just added them into the general loot pools, which I don't have any problem with adding in weapons to general loot pools. It kind of respices the entire game, but it doesn't feel like special. Ash and Iron, you'd think like it's associated with, you got the Mida mini tool coming back, the new shotgun, which is available in PvP, but you have the rocket sidearm version of the Drang and the actual Drang. But again, it's like, instead of going to Devrim and you have these weapons and they're earnable and then later they're focusable when you've leveled up. No. They're just completely random drops from frickin' anywhere in the game. It doesn't feel like a special focused thing that you go in and do the Ash and Iron stuff to get Ash and Iron loot. Like, no, it's like, dude, we just kind of added them to whatever. Keep playing Solo Ops Caldera, who cares, right? But if you do keep playing the game, better not be 450, because the other problem is like this thing launched and everything's glitched. Everything's broken. Nothing works. The entire power system progression, as you can see from this tweet, yeah, that's broken. So like after 450, everyone's only getting +1s. I don't think you're supposed to get that. You're supposed to get like +3s, or it's supposed to be a normal climb up to 500, and then you have the +1 hard climb 500 to 550. Nope, that's just starting at 450. Right, so you're slogging through the game for +1s right now because it's broken. Now, hopefully they fix it soon, but it's broken. The Sturm. Apparently, the Sturm bonus just improves your ability damage. It just does, okay? 10 other things are also broken, I'm sure. They had to disable, like, holofoil drops because they're crashing people's Xboxes. It's just like, yeah, everything's broken again. We have these nerfs that some of them came, some of them didn't come. They were supposed to nerf the Graviton forfeit. No, they didn't. It's better than ever. We nerfed the Stronghold, and then we're going to reverse that because oopsie, that was pointless. Now, on the stream, Bungie said they're going to be more targeted in their nerfs, and they're going to stop nerfing stuff like the Stronghold that, like, what are we doing here? Like, who gives a crap about the Stronghold? Like, just leave it alone. Don't put your development time, put your QA time into making sure that these launches aren't broken and Sturm isn't making your abilities do 4x damage for no reason, right? Put those resources into that and stop nerfing the Stronghold and the Chromatic Fire. Like, what are we doing here? So That's happening. So it launches, there's not much to do other than one activity that's mid. The loot's spread apart everywhere. There's a confusing event. Half the game doesn't work. Oh! But something works very well. And it's the Eververse store. Oh, do you want a sick new Taken Armor set? Here it is. Just a little bit of silver. Oh, except the silver prices went up. Instead of being, I think instead of $12.50, they're now $1,500. Bright Dust also went up. If you go to buy individual armor pieces from the store, they're 1,500 Bright Dust. And people are saying they used to be around like 600, right? They used to be less. Quick update, guys. As you can see right here, Bungie says the increase in cost to Bright Dust is a glitch. Is it really? Are they backtracking? Who knows? But they haven't said anything about the silver increase, so that point very much still stands. So, we got hit with that inflation, dude. It looks like silver and Bright Dust. We got hit with that inflation, dude. Like, and it's like, okay, yeah, you know what, dude? I am used to the price of everything going up constantly every single year, right? I'm Canadian, so especially. But it's like, do we really need to be like, why does no one at Bungie consider optics, man? If you're gonna raise the damn prices, and again, it's like the inflation is a legit real thing. The value of a $20 set from 8 years ago, I mean, I don't even know if they had Eververse 8 years ago, but you get my point. From 5 years ago, 8 years ago, it's just not that same value now. Everything's getting more expensive. Like, again, I could easily be ranting about that. I think that is annoying, but it's like, it's somehow to me worse that it's like, you pick the time to increase your prices with axe and iron, dude? Why? Like, you could have snuck this price increase into Renegades with the Star Wars stuff, and nobody would have cared. Nobody would have blinked an eye. They would have been like, of course the Star Wars set is more expensive because it's the Star Wars set. It's almost like more insulting that they did it like they had like a silver Bright Dust price increase now with ass and iron, because again, it's like, dude, like of course it's like, why wouldn't, what are they thinking? You know what I'm saying, right? It's like, is no one there being like, hey guys, like, why don't we get the game in good shape first before we like, we have to increase the prices. Let's say hypothetically, like, we have to increase the prices at some point because of inflation. We're not getting the same value for these sets. A lot of development time goes into these sets. They do look fantastic. We got to increase the prices. You know what, though? Let's get the game in a good state first. Let's wait for the Renegades release. Let's hit the mark with Renegades, and then after we'll do this, right? Nope. They're like, yeah, put it out now. Make it go live right now. The game's broken, but hey, the game's broken, but Eververse Store works flawlessly every single time. Anyways, overall, guys, it's just such a disappointment. It's very disappointing because there's good things, legitimately things I'm actually excited for coming later. Renegades looks sick. The exotic mission, the reward it gives, the exotic axe. I want to get that axe. That looks awesome. Like, that really does look like an awesome new weapon. I'm going to be playing the crap out of Festival of the Lost, right? No more of those solo Lost sectors. Dude, going in for a 6-player, activity, like, that's the new thing. That sounds awesome, dude. The festival sets look sick. All that is good, but none of that is in the game right now. We can only speculate on that stuff. And it's like, we've had this problem in the past with Destiny where they're trying to compartmentalize, they're trying to time gate so much that they miss the mark completely on the launch. And I think Ash and Iron, I keep saying it, Ash and Iron just completely missed the mark on the launch. It just feels like an empty arrival of content. We're forcing everything into Portal, which means your first time in this new Reclaim activity, you walk in, hey, the Plague Lands. Oh my goodness, the Archon's Forge. What a cool area. You know what? I don't care that Sieve's gone. I'm getting my nostalgia tickled right now. This is awesome. let me enjoy this new activity. Nope, it's in the portal. So you have to, the first time you're playing this activity, if you want to get anything good, you've got to put 55 negative modifiers on. So you're trying to look around in the Plaguelands. Hey, I remember this, I remember that. Except you're getting exploded from heavy ammo because you have to have counterfeit on or you won't get any points. Part of what made the Nether great is there was normal Nether and then there was hard Nether. And that was it, dude. I didn't have to do hard Nether plus counterfeit plus void surge plus hot step plus subtle foes plus... No! I just had this was my experience that I could master. I didn't have to change the modifiers every time I leveled up, okay? I didn't have to... make me leader. Make me leader. Wait, no, I'm not getting a B+. What are you getting? I'm not getting a... Like... It was just play the freaking Nether. Play the Nether. Do you want hard Nether? Here's the hard Nether. And like, I see the value of the modifier system and there's some cool things you can do. And it's like, yeah, you go in, you master an activity, but it's just getting annoying at this point. Just make me 60 under without, make me 50 under, 60 under. I don't give a crap anymore. There's enough with the 55,000 annoying modifiers. Every enemy I kill explodes in fire and launches 12 grenades and, sends me a hate mail, dude. Like, what is going on, man? Like, I just want to play a new activity without it being like shoehorned into this portal system. So that you have to put all these modifiers on. So it makes a mid activity more annoying. And there is potential in this portal system, but Bungie has certainly not reached it. And I feel like this portal page could and maybe should have just been a display of what's going on right now. So yeah, you have the new activity come in and you just instantly select it. But why doesn't it just take you to the EDZ? The EDZ, like Devrim is the home for this activity. He's a vendor who has rewards, who can let you launch. You have, easy reclaim, you have expert, and then you have grandmaster reclaim. Like you don't need to have like these 55,000 modifiers. It's not working with the flow of the game, right? I see the vision. It certainly helps new players get into stuff, but it's like now that we're getting stuff like Ash and Iron where we're adding this new content, we can now compare it to other content editions and it just feels like somehow worse with the portal. And also again, it's like, dude, the portal was supposed to be that like I can log on and I can be playing the game quicker than I was previously. I didn't have to go through 12 sub-menus, which was a problem. Like, I'll give it to Bungie. It absolutely was. And was it confusing for new players? 1000%. That is all actually true. I can totally understand why Bungie did the portal. But it's like, I have this new activity, and these problems are still up. Why is there not just a launch reclaim button? I either have to go to Fireteam Ops, and also, like, why would I know that these are in Fireteam Ops and not like I just am supposed to know they're in Fireteam Ops. They're one is at the top because it's the match made one, and the rest are buried down below with like no fanfare. They just look like every other activity, right? Or I can click the event page for, again, this limited time event that no one knew was coming and everyone is super confused about, the new territories. Did you have no room in any TWABs in the past 2 months to tell us about this, Bungie? So you're clicking new territories, and then it's like, well, what is this, dude? And then you click play now, and then you're still clicking through like 3 sub-menus to get to what you want. Why isn't there just a play reclaim? Click it, it puts you in now. That's what it needs to be, dude. And like, if you're gonna go with the portal, again, like, if the portal exists to make it a faster, less confusing experience, why am I more confused than ever? So, not a good launch. Not good. Now, I will say, I actually don't mind the weapons themselves. And I think it was kind of cool that Bungie went in and instead of just adding random new weapons, we're adding, like, special weapons that work with Sturm and Drang. That's actually really cool. It's like, you're not just getting random new legendaries, you're getting legendaries that have these perks that work with these exotics that have been in the game since D1. I think that's much more interesting and much more special than just adding legendary weapons. Here's a bunch of legendary weapons. Like, who cares? It's cool we're getting, hey, here's a rocket sidearm that works with Sturm. Very cool. I actually do like that. But I just think that this launch has not been good. The community sentiment is at all-time low. And I just want to say a huge shout out to Bungie. Why? Dude, huge shout out because I am super excited for Borderlands 4, and I was worried. I was like, dude, how am I gonna cover Ash and Iron and Borderlands at the same time? Turns out I don't need to cover Ash and Iron at all, dude. Turns out all the way in October, I'm gonna get the new exotic mission. I thought it was gonna be today, right? I was like, oh my gosh, I got a video on how to, obviously put out an exotic guide and how to get it. I'm gonna use this weapon, test it, but Nope, it's all not at launch. We got so little content now. We got the week free for Borderlands 4, dude. So twitch.tv/CactusHD tomorrow in the morning. It comes out like early for PC. I'm going to be playing Borderlands 4 until my eyes bleed. And I'm super excited because thank goodness Bungie put no content in the game with Ash and Iron. Major update, more like minor update. And that's perfect because now I can just play Borderlands 4. And that's how a lot of people are feeling. And it's kind of disappointing. Yeah, oh, actually, but I'd love to cover Borderlands 4. But unfortunately, they gave a bunch of like certain Borderlands creators the entire game like almost 2 weeks ago. And so the moment Borderlands 4 goes live, there's going to be like 65,000 videos. There's going to be end game guides before you've even touched the game. So it's going to be very hard for me to cover Borderlands 4. I would love to, dude. But 2K doesn't want that. So it's just enough. But I'm going to be playing the crap out of Borderlands 4 because I'm an honest to God fan. I used to cover Borderlands 4 in this channel before I ever played Destiny. Like, I'm super excited for it personally. And so even if I got screwed out of that, I don't care. I'm going to play the crap out of the game. But the point I'm making is that it's just very disappointing to see because it's just like another miss. It's like another miss. We've had a lot of misses recently, and it's very disappointing. And like, even though there is hope, Renegades looks sick. When Bungie was sitting down and talking about, we're going to do this, we're going to change that, we know we have work to do, we're going to make leveling easier. Every exotic is now featured. I'm like, good. Like, this is great. This is what I want to see. This is good. This is steps in the right direction. But then it's like, all that positivity just to launch such a mediocre major update, it just deflates a lot of hype. And I hope that the content coming in the future is good. I hope Festival of the Lost is good. I hope the exotic mission is good. The exotic weapon is good. And so that we can get into more like of a positive headspace going into Renegades. But it's just not looking good right now. And it's just very disappointing because, like, dude, I love this game. I love this game so much. And you know what? I'm going to be playing the crap out of Borderlands 4, but truthfully, guys, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here until they shut the servers down. I'm here until they turn the lights off, because every other looter shooter I play does not feel anywhere near as good. The gunplay is nowhere near as smooth. The movement is always janky as heck. So, like, this game, it just got me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in it for the long haul. And so that means there's times where I'm disappointed. There's times where I'm making rant videos. You know what I mean? It's just going to be, it is what it is. And I do it because I want the game to improve. I want the game to get better. We've been through dark times, man. I've been through Curse of Osiris. I've been through 2 tokens and a blue. I've been through that. And then there's always a light around the corner. There's always an expansion that's an absolute banger. And you know what? As dark as things are, the expansion before the Edge of Fate was the Final Shape, which was a banger. Final Shape was genuinely, I loved Final Shape. It's like, they can do it. Bungie can do it. They just need to focus on what makes Destiny Destiny instead of trying to focus on making Destiny something else. Guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this interesting. Like my rant video. Looking at the timing of the thing, it's like coming up on 30 minutes, so sorry to keep. Hey, I gotta get some stuff off my chest, okay, guys? Thank you again so much for watching the video. I appreciate it. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 or Borderlands content, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Twitch.tv/CactusHD if you want to watch me stream Borderlands. And yeah, I hope if you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, follow me on Twitter, linked in the description down below. And again, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a good day.